Have you heard about NFTs? I assume the answer is yes. They've enjoyed a huge comeback in the crypto space during this past month or so. People can argue all day about their value as an investment, but today let's take a look at some of the interesting ways they're being used. This is Josh from Phemex team. Before we start, please subscribe to our channel, turn on alerts, like this video, and share it with your friends. Of course, if you have anything you'd like to add, please leave a comment. Now, let's get started. So, non-fungible goods are irreplaceable, unique, and limited in quantity. These can also be represented on blockchain via non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. NFTs can represent artwork, collectibles, memorabilia, and personal data. Other examples include gaming characters, digital identities, and certificates. The list goes on. You've probably heard a lot about digital art sold as NFTs. At first, this sounds funny, because anyone can reproduce the same picture just by copying it. But here we can make a comparison with how this works in the space of physical or non-digital art. Take Van Gogh's Starry Night, for example. It's beloved, and therefore very expensive painting. Now, if someone recreates this piece and sells it as an imitation of the original, perhaps the price they can fetch would be worth their time, but it wouldn't sell for anything near the price of the original. At the same time, the creation and sale of this imitation would be more likely to make the price of the original go up due to the spread of appreciation for it, if it affected the original's price at all. On the other hand, if someone made a really good imitation and tried to sell it as the original, experts would be hired to investigate its authenticity, and collectors of art trust these experts to help them ensure the authenticity and in turn the value of expensive art pieces. However, making a perfect copy of digital art is as easy as clicking save or taking a screenshot, depending on the resolution, of course. Therefore, you don't hear much about people buying copies of digital art. Rather, ownership has to be tracked through records of interactions. NFTs can make this easier and much more secure by storing the ownership records on the blockchain. If everyone agrees that the ownership of the NFT means ownership of the piece of art, then the worry about authenticity goes away, and any copies spread around only serve to increase the price of the original by bringing it publicity. Of course, the digital space is flowing with opportunities for new concepts, and NFTs are being used for much more than just proving art ownership. One of the big areas for NFTs, and a natural pairing to be sure, is video games. From clothes and cars to kitties and land, NFTs are bringing a brand new aspect to gaming. Unique in-game assets are a growing trend in video games, as they give fans a chance to show off and further customize their presence in their favorite games. One-of-a-kind and limited edition in-game skins and items have already been around for a while, so clearly they can exist without NFTs, but NFTs augment in-game assets quite nicely. So let's take a look at some of the most popular games that are already using the power of NFTs. Alright, now we're getting started. Let's jump in. Oh, I can see myself in my cool avatar I made. This is a fun world. Is this like a train station? Great moves. That's right. I bet I can jump. There we go. Ooh, that was the next one. Hey. What is this over here? Ooh, red grass. Yes, controls. I know, thank you. Excellent. I guess this is where everything ends. All right, we're in that mining world. Here's a machine. The Cryptomatic. Let me see if I can mine that meteor that fell. A bronze pickaxe. I don't even have enough things for that. Iron, okay. Titanium. Golden. Now that's like Minecraft. Diamond, also like Minecraft. Oh, NFT. Interesting. A new NFT coming soon. All right, now we're in a gallery. Okay. So, so here's like a virtual reality art gallery of NFT art. These are pretty cool. Very NFT-y. And then the little introduction to the artist. And you can go to their OpenSea collection. Or, oh, you can look at it here. Last sold for 1.1 ETH. I like this. It's a more like immersive way to check out NFT art and even buy it if you want, it looks like. So let's get another. Oh, or not for sale. Also, just look at it. 7 ETH, nice. All right, it's more of its rendering now. Obviously not all of it, but at least we can look at some art. So this is pretty cool. Early adopter, center frame NFT art cycles. Wow. Is this the map of this place? Very interesting vibe. Earth. A galaxy. Beam me up. No beaming up. Ah, here's some art. It's kind of dark though. Ah, it just goes to the external link. These are deviant art, which is not an NFT platform. Okay, here's some art. Let's check these out. Cautious Skeptic. Make it count. Lemonhead. Lemonhead Zomb. Ah, would you look here? Ah, and then we can view on OpenSea. So basically another virtual art gallery with NFT art pieces that you can buy, which still I think is quite cool. Anyway, you can see they use sort of a Minecraft type world with blocks, and people probably made these parcels and then they're using them as galleries to sell NFTs or just look at NFTs, which is cool. Kind of reminds me, just of any new concept type of game near the beginning. Like right now, there's a lot of work to be done, but there's definitely a lot of potential here too, and I like the concept. So anyway, let's move to the next one. Oh, we've all heard of this one, right? CryptoKitties. Collect and breed forever friends. Get started. Then your MetaMask will pop up. 0 ETH. Connect. So yeah, thanks MetaMask. It sort of connects us to all of these kinds of games. So breeding, which I think is what CryptoKitties is all about, right? Select your kitty. There we go. Get in there. And give them some privacy. Done. Wow, that was fast. An egg. Exactly how cats breed and reproduce. Cat eggs. Have you ever had boiled cat egg? Amazing. Voila. This was a fake CryptoKitty though, because I was just doing the class. Let's go to the catalog. Wow. All right. You get some real unique ones. Featured collections. Great value kitties. All right, kitties for beginners. Low cost. Low cost at only $31. Okay, there's like $12 ones as well. But again, I don't know what the gas cost is going to be on these. So, if you're into this, you could try it out, I guess. As I understand, there's not a whole lot of a game to it other than buying them and then breeding and seeing what you get. But, you're going to have to pay for each one that you buy. And then there's going to be fees for whenever you do the breeding and hatching. So, yeah, it's kind of a big cost to play CryptoKitties, to be honest. But, I guess there's been people who have made money on it, and people like the concept. I think what's cool about it is it's just going to go down in history as one of the first major NFT games that people play, which also could mean that if you get some unique cat, it's possible to keep going up in price. But yeah, as far as I understand, there's not a whole lot to the game. Just sort of seeing what kind of kitty you get. So for now, yeah, let's just leave it at that for now. Here's another big one, Alien Worlds. This is one of the top cryptocurrency decentralized games. There you go. I've received TLM for my mining efforts. So it didn't actually show anything with the mining. I kind of was hoping I would go on some sort of a world, but it seems you just pick places and mine. I guess as you get more of this TLM stuff, then you can buy things like equipment. Yeah, now I have to wait to mine again. So I was just reading about it, and it seems they're, of course, wanting to do a lot more with this game. Make battles and stuff, and then make it to where you can use your weapons and mine better. And apparently sometimes when you mine, you can mine things that are NFTs and sell them, of course. So again, this one, it's a fun concept. It seems like there's a lot of potential, but it's just very basic right now. Doesn't seem super interesting to actually play. I think probably people are mostly playing it just with the hopes that it gets more popular as they expand it, and that there'll have been some first ones in, and that's probably an easier time to get unique things like the NFT items that you mine. So again, with all of these, it's just, there's a lot of potential, but for right now, if you're just looking for a really fun video game, I don't know if this is exactly where you're going to find it, personally. If you enjoyed watching those games, we've uploaded a longer version you can check out. So, those were some interesting examples of how NFTs are being used, right? As I mentioned, many of these decentralized games have a long way to go before they become as playable as today's most popular games. And NFTs being incorporated into gaming seems like a trend that is just getting started. I hope this video has sparked your interest in this new technology. And by the way, Phemex is in the process of creating a piece of NFT art out of QR codes submitted by users. We're calling it QArt. For more details about this, and to make sure you don't miss the end result, click on the link in the description. Alright, thanks for watching this video. See you next time. If you don't have a Phemex account yet, just click on the link in the description, or scan the QR code on the screen. Create a Phemex account, and you will get a 7-day free premium membership trial and other trading bonuses. To learn more about Phemex and cryptocurrencies, watch out the videos in the box on the left. And if you're new to the crypto world, have a look at the videos on the right for some of Phemex's user tutorials. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.